I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be the meaning of broken dates, what it means when your girlfriend breaks a date with you. I got an email here from a guy who's written me in the past, and his girlfriend broke a date with him, and he wants to know what I thought about how he handled it. Now, the thing that you got to understand is, and taking an unemotional perspective here, is what does it mean when a woman breaks a date with you? Well, it simply means that she has higher interest in doing something else other than spending time with you. Now, if a girl just breaks a date outright, maybe she wants to change the plans. She's like, say you got plans to go out. She's like, I'm really tired. Can we just do something and cuddle together? You'd be like, sure, baby. Why don't you just come over to my house, grab a bottle of wine, and we'll do something like we'll make dinner together or something simple. And you can do that. But when a girl just outright breaks a date and then you offer other suggestions and she doesn't want anything to do with it, you got to pay attention to stuff like that because it communicates that she doesn't really value your time. In other words, she thinks your time is easy and abundant and she can have you whatever she wants, so she's kind of like, eh. And my attitude is I don't want to spend my valuable time with a woman who's got that kind of an attitude towards breaking dates with me. I mean, I'm a fucking catch, and my attitude is if a woman has that kind of attitude towards me, then I'm going to spend my time with a girl who really wants to be with me. So he says, hello again, Corey. Thank you so much for all of your business setup advice and business information. I came up with a clever name for my business, and I've been making progress on my website traffic as well. Awesome. Good for you. I now have a relationship question again. My girlfriend and I had plans to go out Saturday night, but she broke the date, deciding she did not want to be up late. I suggested, and here's the thing, you're not paying attention to the fact that she broke a date, and you're just ignoring it like it means nothing. That's not a good thing to do. I suggested we go right up the street from where she lives to the house of a lovely couple we were friends with. She said she didn't want to have all that fun and lose track of time, so I took it as she just didn't want to go out. And my attitude towards that was, if my girlfriend said that, I'd say, well, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and get sleep? I'm going to go out and do something fun tonight. I'll talk to you later, baby. Just give me a call in the morning. And when my girlfriend would do something like that, not that my girlfriends break dates like that, but when I was struggling with women, I had them do that. They broke dates with me. And it was because they were flaky. But if I was in your situation and she broke a date, that would communicate to me that her interest has dropped and she's really not that enthusiastic about seeing me. And so when a woman treats you properly, she gets rewarded by you spending more of your time with her. And when she treats you like your time and you really don't fucking mean anything, I'm going to back up and I'm going to let her miss me because women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And that communicates that she really doesn't want to be around me. And maybe when that happens, then maybe you should look at the fact that maybe you haven't been spending enough time in your purpose and going after the things that you want in life because she's basically gotten too familiar with you and she's gotten a little bored with you. And that's why she callously blew you off. I told her we could go out another day when our schedules matched, and she was fine with it. That's a good way to answer that. She said she was having dinner with her family, and she would stay in for the night. But you got to understand that she really wasn't that excited to see you, dude. You got to pay attention to that. I decided to go to the couple's house in my car, which is barely drivable right now, and she called me an hour later saying that she wanted to come over. That's awesome. You did the right thing. You basically said, hey, you want to stay home and not have any fun tonight? I'm going to go out and have fun without you. And then you go on about your life and your purpose, and she's like, oh, now all of a sudden she's not tired anymore and wants to come over and hang out. And see, that's the power. The strongest negotiating position in any relationship is being able to walk away and mean it. And so when a girl says, oh, I don't want to do anything with you tonight, it's like, you say, hey, I'm going to go have fun no matter what. I'm not going to sit home and be bored and do nothing because you canceled a date on me. My life goes on whether you're in it or not. I want you to be in it. I want you to be a big part of it, and I want you to be on my fun bus. But if you want to be a part of it, the fun bus still goes out no matter what. I told her I was en route to the couple's house, and she was angry at me that I would drive to see them tonight, but not her. The condition of my car forces her to do much more driving than me at the moment. And if she would have gotten angry, and if it was my girl, I'd say, baby, you said you wanted to stay home. Would you like me to pick you up? Because I'm going to go out and have a good time tonight. Would you like me to pick you up and take you with me? And if she says no, but I'll just go over there in my own car, then say, okay. But then just go straight there, because she was being nasty to you and being a bitch. But if she's going to go and she tells you, no, I don't want you to come pick me up, I'll just drive there myself, just say, just relax. I'm going to come over and pick you up, and if my car dies in your driveway, then we'll just take your car over to so-and-so's house, whatever the couple is that you wanted to go and hang out. Because the other thing to remember is, if she says she wants to go but she'll just drive herself, just say, I'll come pick you up. Because she's been out. In other words, what she's saying is, oh, so you drive your... Basically, the way she's looking at it is the fact that you're willing to drive your car over to your friend's house communicates that you didn't love her in some way, because you always take her car. And so if you don't want to drive your car, but you're willing to drive your car and do something without her, it makes her think... It's just the way women think. They think, oh, well, so it's more important to go hang out with them, but you won't make the exception and drive your car that's about to die when it's just you and I going out to do something. So it's just her way of saying, I don't feel like you love me. It's like the little girl that sits in her daddy's lap crying and goes, Daddy doesn't love me. Or, that boy at school was mean to me. It's basically what she's doing in that moment. And so the proper way to respond to it is with humor and tease her and say, oh, don't be silly. I'm going to come over and pick you up. It's like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Be ready. Bye. And then just hang up on her. And you're being sweet. You're not being a dick. You just say, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I love you. Got to go. Bye. And then you hang up. And then you do it that way. And then you just show up and pick her up. And then she's all grumpy. And she's like, bring your lips over here and kiss me. And stop being so fucking grumpy, or I'm going to put you in the trunk and drive you to the place there that way. It's not that you would do that, but you want to play with her and tease her. And because by using humor when she's being nasty and bitchy like that, it communicates that it's going to go where you want it to go. Because after all, you are the man. You're the one with the penis, after all. He says, I sent her a text message saying that I only went out to clear my mind from the stress of the day, and that since I was home alone that night, I just wanted to have a good time. I also told her I would have been more than happy to pick her up and go to the get-together. I was having a great time with the couple when she called me later after another 2 hours, telling me she didn't realize how badly I wanted to go out, having had an early work day and a 5-hour study session thereafter. She wanted me to come see her, and I told her I would come by after the get-together was officially over. When I arrived, we talked, and she hugged and kissed me, telling me that she loved me and that she didn't realize how important it was for me to just leave the house. And what you did was great, because you just were like, my life's going to go on without you. If you don't want to be a part of the fun bus tonight, that's okay. And so what happened? She realized you're going to go on with or without her. And that's all it was. She was like, realized, oh, wow, I better. So she started valuing your time, and so therefore she wanted you to come see her. But the point is she broke the date. And so you should be making sure that 80% of the pursuing is done by her. Now, I just need to know, was this a situation handled like a 3% man, or should I have handled it differently? I say for the most part, you handled it the best way you could, but the thing is, there's still a red flag of the fact that your girl broke a date, and therefore she really didn't think it was that big a deal. But the way you responded, you handled it properly. And the fact that your life still continued on. You weren't going to sit at home and sulk and not do anything because your girl didn't want to go out and spend time with you that night. And so going forward, what I would do is make sure, because maybe you've gotten a little sloppy in your communication, meaning maybe you're reaching out to her too much. Maybe the texting ratio is like 50-50. That kind of destroys the polarity. She should be doing 70 to 80% of the pursuing if you're doing everything right. Not because you're playing manipulation games or anything, but just that's the way women are. When throughout the day, when they're thinking about you and they're happy and they're in love, they'll text you and say, oh, we're just thinking about you. I can't wait to see you again tonight. Those are the kinds of things you should be hearing. When a woman's got 80% interest level, those are the kind of things she's going to be texting you. If she's in love with you, she's going to be texting you, I can't wait to see you again. When are you going to come see me? I miss you. Come see me tonight. And so, for the most part, it sounds like she was just tired, and it might not be that big a deal, but you got to look at who's calling who, how much, and the only time you should be communicating and reaching out to your girl is when you're responding to her text. Because if you're doing everything right, you don't have to initiate any contact, just because she's going to probably text you 2 or 3 times throughout the day, just because that's the way women are when they're happy and they're in love and you're doing everything right. And when that's going on, there's no reason to, why fuck it up? She's chasing you. Women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear, and allows them to reach out to you at their own pace, and allows her to do 70 to 80% of the pursuing. And just when she does, just make sure you take the opportunity to arrange your next date, your next get-together, or your next romantic opportunity for sex to happen. So if you have a question or a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, and your challenges. You just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get a digital copy of my Kindle ebook, you can do that by going to my website, and directly underneath the email sign-up box, there is a box that has a link to my Amazon Kindle page, and it only takes 60 seconds to download it to any electronic device, PC, Mac, or iPad. And make sure you download the Kindle has a free e-reader app that allows you to read my book on Android or iPhone, iPad, or any PC device. It only takes 60 seconds. And I will talk to you soon.